10 things that can kill your cat. And how to avoid them. Your cat is your ideal companion and the best pet you could have, so it is important to give it all the care it needs to be healthy and happy. It is essential for you to do some research and learn how to identify the most dangerous items, foods, and plants for your cat so that you can prevent them. Paracetamol, acetaminophen or aspirin. Dropping a pill on the floor and your cat running to eat it is not that strange and, in fact, is often the cause of many emergency veterinary visits. The medicines that we humans consume are not suitable for felines because the liver of these animals cannot process and discard them as ours does. In the list of most dangerous drugs for cats there are 3 very common drugs in any home: acetaminophen, paracetamol and aspirin. It is enough to ingest a 500 mg tablet of paracetamol or acetaminophen for your cat to show symptoms of intoxication such as excessive salivation, vomiting, bloody urine, diarrhea with mucus. In the case of aspirin, the animal can suffer kidney failure, stomach ulcers and liver inflammation, with symptoms very similar to those described above. In both cases, this intake could cause a coma and death of the feline. If you think your cat may have consumed any medication, especially those of this type, then take it to the vet's emergency room. Alcohol beware. Many owners find it funny that their cat always approaches the glass of wine or the glass of beer that they leave on the table. But alcohol is very harmful to these animals and is part of the 10 things that can kill your cat without that you know. Any alcoholic beverage causes intoxication in the feline, which translates into symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting, coordination and breathing problems, bloody urine and, in more serious cases, can lead to coma and death. Naphthalene balls are dangerous enemies. If mothballs continue to be used in your home, then it is very important to be careful where they are placed to ensure that the cat cannot access them. Just as it happens in the case of humans, this product is also very toxic for your pet and can put its life at risk by causing severe poisoning if it ingests them. Symptoms include vomiting, diarrhea, and seizures, a scenario that can lead to death. Coffee, tea, and soft drink, too stimulating for the animal. How many times has your cat not approached to snoop what's in the cup of coffee or tea? As long as he does not try it, there is no greater danger. But be careful because products with caffeine are very toxic for your pet and could kill him. Garlic and onion, causing anemia and health problems. They are very common ingredients that we usually use in the kitchen, but they are highly toxic for cats, as well as for dogs, who should never consume them. Cat food may contain onion and garlic in small amounts, which does not represent a risk for the animal, but if it eats a greater amount of onion, it could affect its production of red blood cells and cause anemia. For its part, garlic is much more toxic, causing irritation of the intestinal tract, diarrhea and gastric problems. Both foods can be harmful in high quantities, so it is recommended never to offer them to the animal. Chocolate, the darker the worse. Never give your cat chocolate. This ingredient contains caffeine and methylxanthine, which is why it is very toxic for the feline, producing symptoms similar to those caused by ingesting coffee: vomiting, diarrhea, excessive thirst, rapid heartbeat, hyperactivity and risk of epilepsy. The darker the chocolate, the greater the risk of problems, which is why this food appears on the list of 10 things that can kill your cat without you knowing. Tuna completely prohibited. Giving it a can of tuna very sporadically and occasionally will not cause harm to the animal. However, if you do it as a habit, you could put its life at risk. Canned tuna contains high doses of salt, which is not recommended for cats, but can also affect the production of vitamin B1 or thiamine in the animal, which will cause stomach problems, risk of seizures, and even death in more extreme cases. In addition, frequent consumption of tuna can cause deficiency in the production of taurine, an amino acid responsible for keeping the heart of the feline strong, so its absence can cause heart problems. Fresh tuna can also produce a lack of thiamine, so it is not recommended to administer this food, either fresh or canned. Grapes and raisins, toxic for the animal. For us it is a common fruit, but both grapes and raisins, they are very dangerous for cats. In addition to being very sweet, it is a toxic food for cats that, 24 hours after ingestion, can manifest diarrhea, apathy and lack of appetite, lack of urine and general weakness. Before these signs, you should take it to the vet for a review. Plants that can kill your cat. There are plants whose skin effect on the animal will cause visible signs of allergy that, despite everything, are not so serious. However, some plants can produce important intoxications. Plants that can commonly cause skin irritation of your animal, they are the ivy, chrysanthemum, chamomile. Additionally, If the animal ingests any of the following plants, it can suffer from poisoning: poinsettia, ivy, dieffenbachia, tulips, azalea, begonias,
Have got email.
lilies. Cigarettes cause cancer in cats. Those animals that live in homes with smokers have more likely to develop cancer, especially from the mouth, since cats usually lick objects such as carpets or furniture that contain residues of tobacco chemicals. In addition, the smoke particles that fall on their hair and that the animal will later consume when grooming also increase their chance of suffering from cancer in the future. Unfortunately, both for them and for us, it is a great risk to live with a passive smoker.